Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're jumping right into a source that's describing a really powerful celestial event, the Lion's Gate, and what its strange behavior this year could mean for all of us on a deep personal level. So let me ask you, have you been feeling a bit off lately? Extra sensitive, maybe your emotions are all over the place, or you just have this gut feeling that something big is shifting inside you? Well, the source we're digging into today says you're definitely not imagining it, and there might just be a cosmic reason why. All right, first up, a gate opens unprecedentedly. The source claims that at the very heart of this whole experience is something brand new, something anomalous, happening with a celestial event called the Lion's Gate.
Now, what we're being told here is that this is not your typical Lion's Gate. Usually it's this annual thing, right? A predictable peak of energy that opens and closes on a set schedule. But this year, the source describes it as something else entirely. A direct, incredibly strong and continuous gateway. And here's the kicker, it suggests the gate might not even close when it's supposed to.
So, what does an open gate like this actually feel like? Well, it's described as a kind of inner transparency. Think of it like this. All the thoughts, the feelings, the stuff you've pushed way down deep for years, it's all starting to bubble up to the surface, becoming pretty much impossible to ignore. So, to give this unique experience a name, the source actually introduces a new term, one that it says comes from its Pleiadian observation records. And that name is the Kailanana phenomenon. Kailanana, we're told, means that which flows through the core. And this is so important because it's not talking about some external pressure pushing on you. It suggests an energy that goes right to the very center of your soul and then works its way out. This whole inside-out flow is really the key. The source maps it out. First, the energy hits your soul's core. Then, it ripples out into your consciousness, into your thoughts. After that, it starts showing up as emotions. And finally, you feel it in your physical body. This sequence is why these shifts can feel so profound and maybe even a little confusing. You're feeling them at your deepest level before your brain even has time to catch up. To give us some context, the source even provides this classification model. As you can see, the Kailanana phenomenon is listed as a Tier 3 event. That means it's way more powerful than just a simple emotional reaction. This is an energy strong enough to literally shake your core values and structures from the inside. Okay, so this inner shaking sounds pretty intense. But what does it actually look like in our day-to-day lives? To explain this, the source uses two really powerful allegories. The first story is drawn from the philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche and his idea of the three metamorphoses, basically the three big stages of the spirit's evolution. First, he says, we're like the camel, just carrying all the burdens and shoulds that society puts on us. Then, we have to evolve into the lion, who fights back against the old rules and says no, to claim its own freedom. And finally, if we succeed, we become the child, a new beginning, totally free to create our own values and just play. And here is where it gets really interesting. The source claims that right now, so many of us are stuck right at that critical point. We feel the crushing weight of the camel, we know we have to change, but we haven't quite mustered the courage to become the lion and fight for ourselves. The second allegory is from Narnia. Remember how Aslan the Great Lion returns? He doesn't just come back to fight the bad guy. His presence actually awakens the children to who they truly are, the rightful kings and queens. In the same way, this Kailanana energy is described as a call to awaken the true sovereign, the real ruler that's been dormant inside of you. And that brings us to Section 4, a choice. Because that gate not closing on schedule, well, that has consequences. It presents us with a really critical choice between creation and chaos. According to this source, the gate staying open isn't a glitch. It's intentional. It's a period of grace. Because so many of us are hesitating on that journey to become the lion, it's like the universe is holding the door open a little longer, giving us time to answer the call. And this leads to two clear paths forward. Path 1 is creation. You can take this energy and consciously use it to build something incredible, a city of the soul, based on your own authentic blueprint. Path 2 is chaos. If you ignore the energy,
It builds up and can lead to emotional overload and collective turmoil.
The source even has a term for this chaotic path. It's the result of wave pressure. Picture a pipe with the pressure building and building. If you don't give it a release valve, it's gonna burst. The source claims this is why we might be seeing more social friction and sudden blow-ups. It's that unmanaged pressure being released.
And this quote just says it all, doesn't it? To build that beautiful city of the soul, you have to act from a place of courage. Because, as the source puts it so powerfully, fear doesn't build a city of freedom. It builds a cage.
And so, this is where the source leaves us, with this final provocative thought. The gate is open. That inner lion is stirring. And the responsibility, it suggests, now rests with each of us. So the question is, what will you choose to build? A city or a cage?